You didn't stumble into this moment by accident. You didn't click by chance. You didn't arrive here randomly. Destiny brought you here. There is a reason these words are reaching your ears right now. There is a reason your eyes are on this screen. There is a reason something deep within you whispered, "Stay, watch, listen." Because what you are about to hear is not entertainment. It is not coincidence. It is the unlocking of a law that has been written into your life since the beginning. For centuries, teachers of truth have said the same thing in different ways, that there are no accidents in the spiritual realm, that when a word meets a soul, it is because they are already aligned, that what belongs to you can never miss you, and wealth, yes, wealth, has been circling your name, waiting for this very moment of alignment. The fact that you are here is proof that fortune is already written in your destiny. But here is the key. Destiny only opens when you agree with it. It is written, but it is not forced. It is promised, but it is not automatic. It waits for your word. And that is why you are here. To hear the sacred words that awaken wealth. To speak them, to command them, to watch them unlock doors that were sealed shut, dissolve debts that weighed you down, and release rivers of money you thought could never flow your way. Think of this moment like standing before an ancient vault. The key has always existed. The lock has always been waiting. And you have always been the rightful heir. But until you hear the words, until you speak them aloud with authority, the vault cannot open. And now, destiny has brought you here to receive them. Pause. Breathe. Feel that subtle shift in the air. It is not your imagination. It is alignment. Every cell in your body knows something sacred is unfolding. Every fiber of your being senses the turning of a key. And soon, very soon, wealth will no longer feel distant. It will feel inevitable. But first, let's silence the lies that held you back. For too long, you have been told that wealth is for the few, that fortune is for the lucky, that abundance is only for those born in the right place, in the right family, at the right time. But the truth is this: wealth is written in every destiny, but only the ones who awaken to it ever see it unfold. And today, you are awakening. Florence Scovel Shinn, whose words continue to echo across generations, said it best. Nothing stands between man and his highest ideals and every desire of his heart, but doubt and fear. Wealth has been written in your script since before you were born, but doubt tried to erase it. Fear tried to block it. Scarcity tried to delay it. And yet, destiny prevailed. You are here. You are listening. You are ready. Say this with me now, slowly, deliberately, with calm authority. Destiny brought me here. Wealth is written in my life, and today I awaken it. Did you feel the vibration of those words? That is your first alignment. That is the first turning of the lock. It is destiny breathing back into your soul what was always yours. Beloved, this video is not simply information. It is initiation. And if your spirit is already stirring, I urge you, don't just listen passively. Engage, speak. Type it below right now. I awaken my wealth destiny today. Because when you declare it, you seal it. And when others see it, they join you. And when many join together, a collective current of wealth begins to flow stronger and faster than any of us could summon alone. And if this resonates, if you can already sense that this is more than coincidence, then make sure you stay. Better yet, subscribe, because this is only the beginning of your awakening. Every teaching that flows here is designed to unlock deeper layers of your wealth destiny. And if you've made it here, it's because you are chosen to carry this message forward in your life. Stay, connect, align, because in the next part, we go deeper into the hidden reasons people never see the wealth written for them, and how to finally break free from the illusions that block their destiny. If wealth is already written in destiny, why do so many live as though it was erased? Why do millions wake up every day trapped in lack, bound by debt, suffocated by fear, while only a few seem to walk freely in abundance? The answer is not that destiny failed. The answer is that illusions blinded them. There are 3 great illusions that keep people from touching the wealth already theirs. And until these illusions are broken, no command, no prayer, no ritual can take root. But once you see them, once you strip them away, nothing can stop your wealth destiny from unfolding. The first illusion is the illusion of unworthiness. You have been told by culture, by family, by teachers, by religion, that wanting wealth makes you selfish, that asking for abundance is greedy, that desiring comfort is unspiritual. And so, deep within, when you try to command wealth, a whisper rises. Not you, not yet, not worthy. But destiny does not ask if you are worthy. Destiny declares you already chosen. The mere fact that you are alive, breathing, hearing these words, proves your worth. You do not earn wealth, you awaken to it. The second illusion is the illusion of lack. The world tells you there is not enough money, not enough opportunity, not enough blessing to go around. So you clutch, you hoard, you fear. But look at nature. Look at the oceans that never run dry. Look at the stars. Billions beyond counting. Look at the seeds in an apple, each carrying entire orchards within. The universe knows no lack. Lack is a lie, and yet millions live as if it were true. Beloved, the moment you see through this illusion, wealth begins to flow, because you finally stop resisting the abundance all around you. The third illusion is the illusion of delay. You think wealth is always someday, when I get the right job, when I meet the right person, when the economy changes, when I finally deserve it. But destiny is never someday. Destiny is always now. The moment you align, the flow begins. The moment you command, doors open. The moment you speak, fortune responds. Delay is a trick, a stall, a way of keeping you forever waiting instead of receiving. And here is the truth. You are already worthy. There is already more than enough. And your wealth does not belong to the future. It belongs to now. This is why destiny brought you here, so you could finally see through the illusions and awaken to the truth. Say this with me, slowly, clearly, with authority. I am worthy. I live in abundance. My wealth begins now. Again, I am worthy. I live in abundance. My wealth begins now. Do you feel that shift? Those words are dissolving the illusions even as you speak them. Let me tell you this. Florence Scovel Shinn said, "Nothing stands between man and his highest ideals but doubt and fear." What is doubt if not unworthiness? What is fear if not lack? What is delay if not mistrust in the now? Break these and you break the spell that held you back. Beloved, pause here, anchor your shift. Type it boldly in the comments. My wealth begins now. This is not a wish. This is not a hope. This is the law. And your words will carve it into reality. And if this is striking you, if you feel something breaking open inside, don't drift away. Stay connected. Subscribe so the illusions never rebuild themselves around you. Because when you surround yourself with these truths daily, your wealth destiny cannot be silenced. In the next part, we will go deeper. You will see how destiny always sends signs. Subtle, quiet, persistent signs to guide you into your wealth. And most miss them because they are too distracted to notice. But once you learn to see them, you will realize wealth has been knocking at your door all along. If wealth is already written in destiny, why do so many live as though it was erased? Why do millions wake up every day trapped in lack, bound by debt, suffocated by fear, while only a few seem to walk freely in abundance? The answer is not that destiny failed. The answer is that illusions blinded them. There are 3 great illusions that keep people from touching the wealth already theirs. And until these illusions are broken, no command, no prayer, no ritual can take root. But once you see them, once you strip them away, nothing can stop your wealth destiny from unfolding. The first illusion is the illusion of unworthiness. You have been told by culture, by family, by teachers, by religion, that wanting wealth makes you selfish, that asking for abundance is greedy, that desiring comfort is unspiritual. And so, deep within, when you try to command wealth, a whisper rises. Not you, not yet, not worthy. But destiny does not ask if you are worthy. Destiny declares you already chosen. The mere fact that you are alive, breathing, hearing these words proves your worth. You do not earn wealth, you awaken to it. The second illusion is the illusion of lack. The world tells you there is not enough money, not enough opportunity, not enough blessing to go around. So you clutch, you hoard, you fear. But look at nature. Look at the oceans that never run dry. Look at the stars, billions beyond counting. Look at the seeds in an apple, each carrying entire orchards within. The universe knows no lack. Lack is a lie, and yet millions live as if it were true. Beloved, the moment you see through this illusion, wealth begins to flow, because you finally stop resisting the abundance all around you. The third illusion is the illusion of delay. You think wealth is always someday. When I get the right job, when I meet the right person, when the economy changes, when I finally deserve it. But destiny is never someday. Destiny is always now. The moment you align, the flow begins. The moment you command, doors open. The moment you speak, fortune responds. Delay is a trick, a stall, a way of keeping you forever waiting instead of receiving. And here is the truth. You are already worthy. There is already more than enough. And your wealth does not belong to the future. It belongs to now. This is why destiny brought you here, so you could finally see through the illusions and awaken to the truth. Say this with me, slowly, clearly, with authority. I am worthy. I live in abundance. My wealth begins now. Again, I am worthy. I live in abundance. My wealth begins now. Do you feel that shift? Those words are dissolving the illusions even as you speak them. Let me tell you this, Florence Scovel Shinn said, "Nothing stands between man and his highest ideals but doubt and fear." What is doubt if not unworthiness? What is fear if not lack? What is delay if not mistrust in the now? Break these, and you break the spell that held you back. Beloved, pause here. Anchor your shift. Type it boldly in the comments. My wealth begins now. This is not a wish. This is not a hope. This is the law. And your words will carve it into reality. And if this is striking you, if you feel something breaking open inside, don't drift away. Stay connected. Subscribe. So the illusions never rebuild themselves around you. Because when you surround yourself with these truths daily, your wealth destiny cannot be silenced. In the next part, we will go deeper. You will see how destiny always sends signs, subtle, quiet, persistent signs, to guide you into your wealth. And most miss them because they are too distracted to notice. But once you learn to see them, you will realize wealth has been knocking at your door all along. Destiny is never silent. It does not write your wealth in secret and then hide the evidence. It whispers, it nudges, it places signs along your path. The problem is never that destiny has not spoken. The problem is that most have not listened. Think back over your life. Moments that seemed strange, encounters that felt coincidental, opportunities that appeared for a breath and then vanished. Have you ever wondered if those were not accidents at all, but signals, hints, signs that wealth was already orbiting your life, waiting for you to wake up and command it? Florence Scovel Shinn said, "Intuition is a spiritual faculty that does not explain, but simply points the way." Your wealth destiny has always been pointing the way. Let me reveal 3 kinds of signs destiny sends. The first sign is repetition. Have you noticed certain numbers appearing over and over again? 111, 444, 777. Have you noticed a phrase echoing in conversations, in books, in videos, until you couldn't ignore it? Repetition is destiny tapping you on the shoulder, saying, "This is for you. Pay attention." The second sign is resonance. That stirring you feel right now, that sense that these words are not just content, but confirmation. That is resonance. It is destiny vibrating in your spirit, letting you know, this is truth. This is alignment. This is for you. Not everyone feels it. Only those whose wealth destiny is ready to awaken. And if you feel it, it is because you are chosen in this moment to step into your inheritance. The third sign is redirection. Ever had doors close suddenly? Plans fall apart? Jobs end unexpectedly? It felt like failure, but what if it was protection? What if it was destiny closing the wrong path so you could find the right one. Wealth is often hidden behind detours, but every redirection is a sign. Not here. Look again. The real treasure is this way. Beloved, hear me. These signs are not accidents. They are confirmations. They are reminders that wealth is not random. It is written. And the fact that you are hearing this message right now is itself a sign. You could be anywhere, but you are here. You could be listening to anything, but you are listening to this. That is not coincidence. That is destiny, calling you by name. Pause with me. Say this slowly, aloud, with certainty. I see the signs. I hear the call. Wealth is written, and I awaken it now. Again, but this time, feel it in your chest. I see the signs. I hear the call. Wealth is written, and I awaken it now. Do you feel that electricity? That calm but powerful knowing? That is resonance. That is confirmation. That is destiny saying, you are on the right path. Let me give you a practice. For the next 3 days, keep your eyes open for signs of wealth. It could be a coin on the ground. It could be hearing the word fortune out of nowhere. It could be stumbling upon an opportunity you didn't expect. Don't brush it off. Acknowledge it. Say softly, that's a sign. My wealth is awakening. The more you notice, the more they will multiply. Because attention is alignment. Now anchor this. Type in the comments right now. I see the signs of my wealth destiny. By writing it, you train your eyes to notice more. By posting it, you strengthen your agreement. By declaring it, you open the way for more signs to appear. And as this is already resonating with you, if you can sense that destiny has been speaking all along, don't let it fade. Stay here. Subscribe now. Because a journey, not a moment. And the more you stay connected, the clearer the signs will become, until wealth itself is impossible to miss. In the next part, we will go even deeper. We will explore why destiny uses words, why sacred phrases hold the power to unlock fortune, and how the right command at the right time is the key that turns everything in your favor. Because wealth doesn't come by hoping. It comes by speaking. Destiny is not unlocked by thought alone. It is not stirred by desire alone. It is not awakened by wishing alone. Destiny responds to words. From the beginning, creation itself was spoken. Let there be light. And there was light. The universe was not built on silent hope. It was built on divine command. And because you are made in the image of that same source, your words carry that same power. This is why sacred texts, ancient rituals, and timeless teachers all point to the same truth. Your tongue is not decoration. It is the key. Florence Scovel Shinn said, "Your word is your wand." Do you understand the depth of that? A wand directs invisible energy into visible form. A wand gathers unseen power and points it into reality. And your word does the same. It directs the current of destiny. It channels the energy of fortune. It points abundance into your life. Beloved, here is the mystery most never see. Wealth is already written in your destiny. But until you speak, the writing stays sealed. Until you declare, the vault stays closed. Until you command, the script remains silent. Your words are the unlocking. Your tongue is the key. This is why prayers are spoken aloud, why affirmations are repeated daily, why blessings are declared openly. Because words vibrate. Words carry frequency. Words plant seeds in the soil of the unseen, and once spoken, they cannot be recalled. They move, they work, they create. Think of this. When you mutter, "I am broke," you do not realize you have just signed a decree, stamped and delivered to the universe. When you joke, "Money never stays with me," you have unknowingly sent out a command, and the law must obey. But when you declare, "I live in divine abundance, wealth flows to me now," you issue a higher command, and the law must obey that too. This is why I tell you, you are never neutral. Every word is a command. Every phrase is a seed. Every sentence is a spell. The question is not whether you are speaking. The question is, what are you commanding? And now, destiny has brought you here to teach you the sacred words that unlock your wealth. You will hear them in this journey. You will speak them. And when you do, you will feel something shift, as though heaven itself leans forward to listen. Because sacred words carry weight. They have been spoken for centuries by those who unlocked fortune before you. And when you speak them, you join their current. Pause here. Breathe slowly, and say softly with me, "My words awaken wealth. My tongue commands fortune. My voice opens destiny." Again, firmer this time. My words awaken wealth. My tongue commands fortune. My voice opens destiny. Did you feel that? The resonance? The vibration in your body? That is the power of words. That is why destiny requires you to speak. Because until you do, wealth stays written. But when you do, wealth becomes awakened. This is why people who watch but never declare remain stuck. They are hearers, not speakers. But those who engage, those who speak, those who write it in the comments, they see miracles. Because destiny responds to action. And the smallest action, your words, shifts the largest outcomes. Anchor this now. Type it boldly. My words awaken my destiny. Not only will you seal it for yourself, but you will join a chorus of voices, and the collective decree will multiply the current for everyone who dares to declare. And beloved, if this is already igniting something in you, if you feel as though these words are not teaching but remembering, then stay connected. Subscribe so the current does not fade, because the longer you stay in this vibration, the more naturally wealth aligns with your every step. In the next part, we will step into the sacred practice itself. I will show you how to prepare your mind, your body, and your spirit so that when you speak the words, they do not fall empty, but land with fire, authority, and undeniable power, because sacred words only work when spoken from a prepared vessel. And that is what we build next. Sacred words are not magic by themselves. They are seeds, and seeds require soil. The wealth you are meant to awaken is already written. The words you are about to speak carry the power to unlock it. But if your vessel, your mind, your heart, your spirit is unprepared, the words can fall flat. It is not that they lose their power. It is that they cannot take root. Florence Scovel Shinn often told her students, "You cannot enter the kingdom of abundance with a cluttered heart." And she was right. Sacred words require a prepared vessel. They need a heart that is soft, a mind that is open, a spirit that is willing. Because words spoken without alignment are like seeds thrown on stone. but words spoken from a prepared vessel take root, sprout, multiply, and transform everything. So how do you prepare yourself? There are 3 steps, 3 alignments, 3 ways to ready your soil before you speak. The first step is cleansing. You must release the residue of fear, lack, and debt. You cannot carry poison into a garden and expect it to bloom. This does not mean erasing every negative thought instantly. It means acknowledging them, blessing them, and letting them go. When fear whispers, "You will never escape debt," reply calmly, "Thank you for your warning, but I no longer agree." When lack hisses, "There isn't enough," answer, "I live in divine supply. I refuse your illusion." Every time you cleanse, you clear space for the sacred words to take root. The second step is quieting. Noise is the enemy of destiny. Most people never hear the call of wealth because they are drowning in noise. The noise of worry, the noise of opinions, the noise of constant distraction. Quieting means creating stillness before you speak. It can be as simple as closing your eyes, taking 3 slow breaths, and saying, "I am ready." The quieter your inner world, the louder your words will echo in the unseen. The third step is charging. Cleansing removes the poison. Quieting creates stillness. But charging fills you with energy. Before you speak the sacred words, fill your heart with gratitude. Think of one thing you already have, no matter how small, and give thanks. A roof, a meal, a friend, even the breath in your lungs right now. Gratitude charges your vessel. It turns your words from empty phrases into electric decrees. So pause with me now. Breathe in slowly. Exhale gently. Whisper these steps as you do. I cleanse my fear. I quiet my mind. I charge with gratitude. Again, but with your hand over your chest. I cleanse my fear. I quiet my mind. I charge with gratitude. Do you feel that shift? That subtle softening? That quiet strength? That is your vessel preparing. That is your soil softening. That is your spirit aligning. And when you speak from this place, your words carry weight. They land. They grow. They manifest. Let me give you a story. A student once asked Florence why her affirmations weren't working. She said, "I repeat them every day, but nothing changes." Florence asked, "What do you feel when you say them?" The student confessed, "Tired, distracted, almost resentful, like I am forcing myself." And Florence smiled gently and said, "Then you are planting seeds in poor soil. Prepare your heart first, and the same words will bloom." The student practiced cleansing, quieting, charging, and within weeks she noticed shifts. Unexpected income, dissolved debts, new opportunities. Not because she spoke different words, but because she spoke as a prepared vessel. Beloved, destiny brought you here, not just to hear the sacred words, but to learn how to prepare yourself so when you speak them, they obey instantly. So anchor this truth. Type it now in the comments. I prepare my vessel. My words carry power. This declaration will remind you every time you sit to command wealth. And let me say this. If you are ready to not just hear, but to embody, stay here. Subscribe. Because what comes next will require your full alignment. And once you step into it, there is no going back. Because in the next part, I will unveil the first of the sacred words themselves, the ancient decree that opens the door of destiny and awakens wealth like fire in dry grass. prepare your heart, quiet your mind, charge your spirit, because the words are coming. The vessel is prepared. The soil is ready. The air is still. Gratitude hums quietly in your chest. Now, the first sacred word can be spoken. This word is not new. It is not invented here. It is as old as creation itself. It is the foundation of every command. It is the sound that heaven hears and moves toward instantly. The word is this: I am. Simple. 2 syllables, but within them is the key to unlock destiny. When you say, I am, you are not making a wish. You are not describing a moment. You are commanding reality. You are declaring to the universe what must appear. You are signing your name on divine law. You are stamping your decree with heaven's own authority. Think of it. When you say, I am broke, you are not describing lack. You are commanding it. When you say, I am always struggling, you are not venting. You are decreeing it. When you say, I am unlucky, you are not joking. You are writing it into your script. But when you say, I am wealthy, the universe moves. Fortune bends. Money obeys. Not because of your effort, but because of the law. I am is the seal. Florence Scovel Shinn warned her students of this. Every time you say, I am sick, I am weak, I am poor, you are making a false statement which is not true in the divine mind. And she taught them to replace every curse with command. I am well, I am strong, I am supplied. Because I am is not opinion, it is creation. Beloved, hear this clearly. The first sacred word that awakens wealth is not someday. It is not I hope. It is not maybe. It is I am. Now, let us practice together. Say this slowly, with authority, with gratitude humming in your chest. I am wealthy. I am debt-free. I am aligned with fortune. I am supplied in perfect ways. Pause. Breathe. Say it again, this time with a smile, with joy rising as if it has already happened. I am wealthy. I am debt-free. I am aligned with fortune. I am supplied in perfect ways. Do you feel it? That calm knowing, that subtle energy shift in your body. That is destiny awakening through your words. Here is your practice. Every time you catch yourself saying, I am tired, I am broke, I am unlucky, stop. Replace it instantly. Say instead, I am energized, I am wealthy, I am chosen. Because your I am is always a command. And from this moment forward, your I am will awaken only wealth. Pause here. Anchor it in writing. Type it boldly in the comments. I am wealthy. I am supplied. I am chosen. By writing it, you carve it deeper into your destiny. By posting it, you align with the collective decree of others who are awakening beside you. And if this truth has just struck you, if you finally see how powerful every I am has always been, don't let this revelation fade. Subscribe now so the reminders never stop, because every time you hear these words, you retrain your tongue, and every retraining rewrites your wealth destiny. Beloved, the first sacred word has been given. I am. But there is more. Because once you declare, I am, you must also learn the second sacred word, the one that multiplies whatever follows, I am, and locks it into reality. And that is what we will uncover in the next part. You have spoken the first word, the foundation of creation, the root of command. I am. And already something within you has shifted. Already destiny has stirred. But I am is not complete by itself. It is the seed. It must be followed by the water. And that water is the second sacred word. The word is this: I have. Simple, powerful. Where I am declares identity. I have declares possession. And when you say it, you are no longer reaching. You are receiving. You are no longer waiting. You are holding. You are no longer outside of wealth. You are inside it. Think of the difference. When you say, I will have money, you push it into the future. When you say, I want money, you keep it away, as something always out of reach. But when you say, I have money, destiny bends, fortune moves, and the law rushes to fill the container of your words. Because the universe only knows one time. Now, Florence Scovel Shinn said, every demand you make on the universe impresses upon it and must be manifested. I have is that demand. It is not wishful. It is not desperate. It is declarative. When you say, I have abundance, you demand more abundance to match it. When you say, I have supply, you demand supply to multiply. When you say, I have fortune, you demand fortune to flow. Beloved, this is why so many stay stuck. They say, I will someday, and the law obeys, keeping it someday. But the chosen say, I have now, and the law obeys, making it now. Pause here. Say it aloud, slowly, firmly. I have wealth. I have abundance. I have fortune flowing now. Again, but this time with gratitude, as if you are holding it already. I have wealth. I have abundance. I have fortune flowing now. Do you feel the difference, the peace, the certainty, the alignment? That is the power of I have. Let me give you a story. A woman once complained to Florence that her prayers were never answered. She always said, I will have wealth. I will have opportunity. I will have success. And Florence told her, the reason you do not receive is because you keep it in the future. You must call it into the now. The woman shifted her words. She began to say daily, I have abundance. I have perfect opportunities. I have money in circulation. Within weeks, she noticed unexpected income, new clients, open doors. Because she no longer pushed her destiny into tomorrow. She called it into today. Beloved, the second sacred word has been revealed. It is not passive. It is not hopeful. It is present. It is active. It is creative. I have. Anchor it now. Type in the comments boldly. I have wealth. I have fortune. I have supply now. Every time you write it, you impress it deeper into your spirit. Every time you declare it, the law bends faster to fulfill it. And if this word has struck you, if you feel the fire of I have already shifting your spirit, don't step away. Subscribe now so every sacred word is planted deep in your life. Because each one builds on the next. Each one multiplies the last. And soon, the vault of destiny will swing wide open. Because in the next part, I will reveal the third sacred word. And this one is not identity. It is not possession. It is choice. It is power. It is the word that puts you back in control of the path your destiny takes. And when you speak it, fortune has no option but to follow. You have spoken I am, identity. You have spoken I have, possession. But there is a third word, and this one unlocks something even greater. Because while I am declares who you are, and I have declares what you hold, there is still the matter of direction. Where will your wealth flow? How will your fortune serve you? What will abundance become in your life? This is where the third sacred word enters. The word is this: I choose. Choice is the power of destiny. It is the voice that separates you from drifting through life and places you as the author of it. When you say, I choose, you are no longer waiting for life to happen to you. You are commanding which version of destiny unfolds before you. Think of the difference. I am wealthy, powerful. I have abundance, magnificent. But I choose increase. I choose opportunity. I choose fortune flowing in perfect ways. That is a decree of alignment. That is authority. That is destiny. Obeying. Florence Scovel Shinn said, man's word is his wand, filled with magic and power. But she also taught that man must choose his words. If you do not choose consciously, you choose unconsciously. And unconscious choice is what keeps most people bound in cycles of lack. They never say, I choose wealth. Instead, they say by default, I choose worry. I choose fear. I choose struggle. And the law, ever obedient, fulfills it. Beloved, I choose is not casual. It is the steering wheel of your destiny. It is the compass that directs your fortune. It is the hand that opens the vault of wealth and decides how much pours through. Pause with me now. Say this aloud, firmly, with quiet power. I choose wealth. I choose fortune. I choose abundance in perfect ways. Again, but this time, smile as you say it, as if choosing from a menu already laid out before you. I choose wealth. I choose fortune. I choose abundance in perfect ways. Do you feel the shift? That is destiny bending to your decision. That is wealth responding to your choice. Let me give you a story. A man once told Florence he always felt like a victim of circumstance. Opportunities never lasted. Money always slipped away. He said, I don't understand why life chooses this for me. And Florence replied, life did not choose it. You did. Every time you accepted struggle as your lot, you chose lack. But you can also choose wealth. And the moment you choose, the law begins to rearrange everything to match it. The man began to affirm daily, I choose wealth. I choose freedom. I choose opportunity. Within weeks, new income streams opened, not because chance favored him, but because his choice commanded the law to obey. Beloved, you are not a victim. You are not powerless. You are not at the mercy of fate. Destiny wrote wealth into your script, and choice is the ink that makes it visible. So anchor this now. Type it boldly in the comments. I choose wealth. I choose fortune. I choose abundance today. By writing it, you declare it. By declaring it, you choose it. By choosing it, you summon it. And let me remind you, if you feel this power rising in your chest, if you sense the authority of choice, don't drift back into silence. Subscribe now and remain in the rhythm of these decrees. Because each time you hear them, each time you speak them, your choices grow stronger, and fortune cannot resist their pull. Beloved, 3 sacred words have been given: I am, I have, I choose. But destiny is not finished. There is a 4th word, and this one is the word of action. The word that shifts you from being a hearer to a doer. The word that activates everything you have spoken. And when you declare it, wealth will not just awaken, it will begin to move. You have spoken identity, I am. You have spoken possession, I have. You have spoken authority, I choose. But destiny is not fully awakened until you move from declaration into action. The 4th sacred word carries this power. It is the spark that sets everything into motion. It is the bridge between command and manifestation. It is the force that makes your decree visible. The 4th word is this: I act. I am awakens who you are. I have affirms what you already hold. I choose directs the path. But I act is the moment destiny moves from invisible to visible. Think of it this way. A seed declared itself, I am alive. It affirmed, I have the power to grow. It chose, I choose to become a tree. But if it never acts, never breaks the soil, never stretches upward, nothing changes. Your wealth is the same. Without action, your destiny remains written but unseen. Florence Scovel Shinn said, faith without works is dead. Your words must be backed by your actions. Action is proof of faith. Action is the demonstration that you truly believe your wealth is real. Action is how destiny sees that you are not just hearing, you are embodying. Beloved, this is why so many fall short. They say the right words, they affirm daily, but they never act in alignment with their declarations. They say, I am abundant, but act as though money is scarce. They say, I have fortune, but hide their gifts and never step into opportunity. They say, I choose wealth, but keep repeating the same choices that breed lack. Words without action are seeds without water. But when you act, even the smallest step, the law rushes to meet you. Pause here with me. Say this aloud, firmly. I act in faith. I act in wealth. I act in alignment with fortune. Again, but this time, picture yourself stepping into the action you've delayed. I act in faith. I act in wealth. I act in alignment with fortune. Do you feel the shift? That subtle nudge in your chest? That is destiny calling you to move. Let me tell you a story. A woman came to Florence in despair. She had been affirming wealth daily, but saw no change. Florence asked her, what have you done differently in response to your declarations? The woman admitted, nothing. I just wait for it to happen. Florence said, then you are shutting the door to your own fortune. You must act as if it is already yours. The woman began to act, dressing with dignity even when money was low, giving generously even when she had little, walking into opportunities she once feared. And within months, her fortunes shifted, because her actions matched her words. Beloved, destiny does not respond to empty tongues. It responds to tongues backed by action. When you declare, I am wealthy, act like it. When you say, I have abundance, give thanks like it. When you affirm, I choose fortune, walk toward it boldly. Every step, no matter how small, multiplies the power of your decree. So here is your charge. Do not wait. Do not delay. Do not merely listen. Act. Move. Align your steps with your words. Anchor it now. Type it boldly in the comments. I act in faith. I act in wealth. I act in fortune now. This will seal your alignment, remind your subconscious, and inspire others to act alongside you. And beloved, if you sense the truth of this stirring you, if you know this is the missing piece, stay connected. Subscribe now, because this journey is not just words. It is a rhythm of action, word by word, choice by choice, step by step. And the deeper you go, the faster your wealth destiny manifests. Now, 4 sacred words have been given. I am, I have, I choose, I act. But destiny holds more, because once you act, there is a word of alignment that locks the flow open permanently. A word that keeps fortune from slipping away. A word that makes wealth not just arrive, but remain. And that word will be revealed in the next part. You have spoken 4 sacred words. I am identity. I have possession. I choose direction. I act movement. But destiny is not fully secured until wealth learns not only how to arrive, but how to remain. Many can attract wealth, few can keep it. They open the vault, but they cannot hold what flows. Because the law requires one more word. That word is this: I align. I align is the word of permanence. It is the declaration that your spirit, your mind, your body, your choices, your actions all flow in the same current. When you say, I align, you are not chasing wealth. You are harmonizing with it. You are not demanding forcefully. You are moving in rhythm. You are not receiving once and losing again. You are becoming the kind of vessel wealth cannot leave. Think of it like a river. If you stand against it, you are pushed back. If you step sideways, you are tossed aside. But when you align with it, you are carried. You are sustained. You are unstoppable. Florence Scovel Shinn wrote, your supply is endless, inexhaustible, and immediate when you are in alignment with the divine. Alignment is not effort. It is not striving. It is agreement. And agreement makes wealth permanent. Pause with me. Say this aloud, slowly, with peace in your chest. I align with wealth. I align with fortune. I align with divine supply. Again, but this time let the words settle like roots. I align with wealth. I align with fortune. I align with divine supply. Do you feel the calm strength in those words? That is alignment. That is permanence. Let me give you a story. A man once won a fortune suddenly. Yet within a year, it was gone. Why? Because he was not aligned. His words pulled one way. His actions pulled another. His fears whispered louder than his affirmations. And wealth, finding no steady vessel, slipped away. But another man, far less dramatic, spoke daily. I align with wealth. I align with divine supply. And slowly, surely, his fortune grew and remained. Because alignment anchors wealth. Beloved, you must not only call fortune, you must align with it. That is how wealth remains. When your words, thoughts, feelings, and actions flow as one, wealth has no exit. It is held. It multiplies. It sustains. Anchor this now. Type it boldly in the comments. I align with wealth. I align with fortune. I align with divine supply. This declaration will root the flow into permanence. It will remind your spirit daily that wealth is not just arriving, it is staying. And if this message has struck you, if you can feel the calm certainty of alignment humming inside you, don't let it fade. Subscribe now so every new teaching keeps you aligned, steady, rooted, because consistency is the secret, and this channel is your rhythm. Now 5 sacred words have been given. I am, I have, I choose, I act, I align, but there is still one more. The 6th word is the seal, the lock, the decree that closes every doubt, silences every fear, and makes the command unbreakable. And once you speak it, wealth cannot be reversed. It is yours, forever. That is what we reveal in the next part. You have spoken 5 sacred words. I am, identity. I have, possession. I choose, direction. I act, movement. I align, permanence. Each one has unlocked a layer of your destiny. Each one has turned the vault further. Each one has pulled fortune closer. But destiny requires a seal. Every command needs a close. Every decree requires a signature. And that is the power of the 6th sacred word. The word is this: I receive. Do you feel its weight? I receive is the end of struggle. It is the end of chasing. It is the end of trying to force wealth with effort. I receive is the seal that says, it is done. Think of it. A king issues a decree. He signs it. And then he receives the obedience of his realm. A farmer plants a seed. He waters it. And then he receives the harvest. So it is with your wealth. After you declare, choose, act, align, you must learn to receive. Florence Scovel Shinn said, no man can receive what he cannot see himself receiving. Many speak, many affirm, many even act, but they never truly open themselves to receive. They sabotage, they push blessings away, they whisper, it's too good to be true. And destiny, hearing their refusal, holds back what was already written for them. Beloved, the 6th sacred word is the antidote to sabotage. It is the seal that makes wealth irreversible. When you say, I receive, you open the gates wide. You say, yes. You allow fortune to enter. You stop resisting the destiny that has been yours all along. Pause here with me. Say it aloud, slowly, as if opening your arms. I receive wealth. I receive fortune. I receive divine supply now. Again, but this time, let gratitude rise in your chest. I receive wealth. I receive fortune. I receive divine supply now. Do you feel the release, the softening? That is the seal. That is wealth entering. Let me give you a story. A student once told Florence that even when opportunities came, she found reasons to push them away. She said, I don't feel ready. I don't deserve it yet. Maybe later. And Florence replied, you must learn to receive. If the gift has arrived, It means the divine has judged you ready. Your only work is to accept. The student began to practice daily. I receive now. Soon, she found herself saying yes to opportunities instead of no. And wealth flowed quickly, because the gates were finally open. Beloved, hear this. You can declare, possess, choose, act, and align. But until you say, I receive, your vault remains half open. This is the seal. This is the signature. This is the decree that cannot be undone. So, anchor it now. Type it boldly in the comments. I receive wealth. I receive fortune. I receive divine supply now. Not later, not someday, now. Because when you declare it, heaven hears it. And when heaven hears it, fortune flows without delay. And if this message has settled into your spirit, if you feel the seal, the finality, the power of I receive, do not let it go. Stay in this current. Subscribe so you remain in the rhythm of receiving daily. Because every new decree spoken here is another stream flowing into your life. Beloved, 6 sacred words have now been given. I am, I have, I choose, I act, I align, I receive. But our journey is not finished. Because now comes the weaving, the mystery of how to combine these words into a single decree that shakes the heavens, rewrites your destiny, and awakens wealth in full power. And that is what we reveal in the next part. Beloved, you have walked the path, step by step, word by word. You have spoken identity. I am. You have declared possession. I have. You have taken authority. I choose. You have moved into action. I act. You have locked it into permanence. I align. And you have sealed it with the ultimate decree. I receive. This is no longer theory. This is no longer wish. This is no longer possibility. This is destiny fulfilled. Wealth was always written in your story. But now you have awakened it. You have signed your name on divine law. You have stamped your command onto the unseen. You have broken the illusions of lack, unworthiness, and delay. And now fortune has no choice but to obey. Florence Scovel Shinn once said, "The game of life is a game of boomerangs." Our thoughts, deeds, and words return to us sooner or later with astounding accuracy. And you, beloved, have just sent out the most accurate command of all, a boomerang of wealth, a decree of fortune, a signature of destiny. And what you have spoken cannot fail to return. Now, let us weave the 6 sacred words into one decree. Say it aloud, slowly, with the full weight of your being. I am wealthy. I have abundance. I choose fortune. I act in faith. I align with divine supply. I receive riches now. Pause. Breathe. Feel the resonance. Again, but this time, let joy rise as you say it. I am wealthy. I have abundance. I choose fortune. I act in faith. I align with divine supply. I receive riches now. One more time, with gratitude, as if it has already been done. I am wealthy. I have abundance. I choose fortune. I act in faith. I align with divine supply. I receive riches now. Do you feel it? That calm certainty? That quiet authority? That vibration in your chest that says, "This is done." That is destiny awakened. That is the vault opening wide. That is wealth pouring through. Beloved, remember this. It was not chance that brought you here. It was not coincidence that placed these words before you. It was destiny. You were meant to hear this. You were meant to speak this. You were meant to awaken this. And now, you will live it. Enter it now. Type in the comments boldly, without hesitation. Destiny brought me here. Wealth obeys me now. This will seal your journey. This will remind you every time you return. This will declare to heaven, to earth, to yourself, it is done. And if this has shifted you, if you feel the fire of destiny burning in your spirit, do not let it flicker out. Subscribe now. Stay in this rhythm, because this is not the end of your awakening. This is only the beginning. Every new decree we speak together builds upon this one. Every new alignment multiplies your fortune. Every new word deepens your wealth destiny. Stay, align, command, receive. Beloved, hear this one last truth. Destiny has no accidents. You did not find this video. This video found you. And now that you have spoken the words, the only thing left is to live them.